Now that you have learned about the Google Jamboard, it's time for our next tool, which is a Padlet. This is another exciting tool that can be used for many purposes. I can use it while teaching the lesson in a Google Meet live. I can give them something to do for homework and add in their ideas. I can also use it for internal assessment where the child will create a Padlet of his own and share the link with me. It works very well. You can use it for the little ones, the middle school as well as the high school. So the first thing you do is go to your Google home page and you directly type padlet.com. The minute I do that, you will see the Padlet homepage opens up. Now I already have a Padlet account, so it will ask me to directly log in. But if you have to sign up for free, then you would click here. The minute you click on this, you will have to say what is the email ID you're using to sign up as well as a password. You can use your Gmail ID if you want and change the password. You can even create a new email ID and have a separate password. Right now, I'm going to click on login because I already have my Padlet account. Now, I already know what is my email ID. And I know my password. And I say login. Now it will directly take me to my Padlet dashboard. Now friends, you must remember that you are allowed only 3 free Padlets to be stored on your dashboard. Now I have to delete one Padlet if I have to get permission to create a new one to show you. So for that I'm going to delete the one that I'll be demonstrating to you, and that is an autobiography of an old school bag. So you see that one is gone off. Now let me show you some of the Padlets I've already created. This was a Padlet I created for the lockdown period where I decided to invite ideas from my friends on 2 things. And the 2 things were, I wanted to know about the countless blessings that the pandemic has brought along with it, and also the numerous ways that the pandemic has left all of us with sad memories. You see one box in pink and one in blue. Now this Padlet is in a wall format where anybody can post their ideas. All the positive things are posted on the left, all the negative things are posted on the right. You see these 2 boxes are not connected in any way, but you see there are arrowheads connecting all the positive things to the pink box and all the negative ones to my blue box. And this is called a wall format, where suppose I want to give you an option of how you can contribute to this Padlet. So you go to the bottom of this where you see the pink pencil mark and I say add. Now you see a text box has opened up. It's also showing me my name because I'm contributing. Now let's say I can give a title to the memory and I say fun times with family. So I've given it a name and I say I spent quality time with my loved ones. Now I say paste the Padlet. I can again edit it because I want to give it probably 1 second. First of all, let me tell you that I can edit it. I can add something to it if I wanted. I can also upload an image from my computer, maybe a pic that I took during the pandemic. Maybe I've written something in a Word doc and I want to attach it here. Maybe I want to put something from the net which I may have uploaded, or maybe anything from my camera, etc. Now before that, I will take my Padlet. I will take it and I want to drag it. So I drag it and I know that it should go near the pink box. So I will bring it right up to somewhere here. Now let's say I want to give it a color. So I will go to the three dots. One second, let me drag it a little. I will come to these three dots and I can give it a color, and I've given it the color pink. I can also go to the three dots and I can say connect it, because it has to get connected to the blessing. So I say connect to a post, and you'll notice it's asking me where I want to connect. So since I want to connect it here, I say connect. Now can you see there's an arrow that has linked it to this pink box of blessings. The same way I can add one and put it on the other side for the sad memories that the pandemic left me with. This could be used for a descriptive essay where I'm asking them to come up with zillions of ideas contributing to the essay, and the child could put his own name so I know which child has contributed which idea. Let me go back to my dashboard and show you the second Padlet, which is in a shelf format. Now this shelf format is very handy for letter writing, because letter writing, as you and I know, have different parts to it. You have the heading or the sender's address, greeting or salutation, introduction, body, concluding paragraph, and then you have leave taking and signature. So what have I done? In this Padlet, first you give it a name, letter writing, and you give a task description saying, write a letter to your friend telling him about how you spent the lockdown, blah, blah, blah. So the child knows what he has to do. Now I put a sample to show the child that first he will write his address, and then he will write the greeting like Dear Geeta or whatever. Then I put a small sample of how you write an introduction. I've said write your body in 2 paragraphs and then the concluding paragraph, and I've given him a sample of. So now suppose I want a child to add to this Padlet for homework. That means I will click on this plus sign. So immediately a chat box will open. Now since this chat box has to go, let's say under concluding paragraph, suppose the child wants to write. So the child's name is Seema. You must be wondering how here Seema has written Dear Raina, because she took a chat box there under greeting or salutation. Just like how I wrote Dear Geeta, she chose to write Dear Raina. Now since this is under concluding paragraph, I can write. Again, my name should come, so I will say Seema, and then I will write something like looking forward to meeting you soon. And whatever else. And then you will see that it has got posted. Now if I want to give it a color, then I can click on my 3 dots and I can even give it a color, and I could drag it to wherever it needs to go. So this is probably one example of letter writing using the shelf format of a Padlet. Now friends, let's go to my dashboard and learn how to create a Padlet. So I say make a Padlet. Like I told you, I had to delete one Padlet to make space for the third one. So I say make a Padlet. Once I say make a Padlet, it's going to ask me what kind of a format I want to choose. Now I'm going to choose a timeline format. And the minute the timeline format, now why I chose the timeline format is I'm going to use it for an autobiography of an old school bag in English. Now first of all, I need to change the title. So you can already see it here. I select it and I say autobiography. Now I have to give a description. So I say write an autobiography of an old school bag. In 250 words. So looking at it, the child knows what he has to do. Now you can see there are other things that I have to choose as well. Now this is about the link of my Padlet. If I say copy to clipboard, I can directly paste the link in my Google Classroom, which I'll show you when I teach you how to share the Padlet. Now you come to the appearance of the Padlet. I can have various wallpapers. I can choose solid colors, which are plain colors. I can choose gradients, which are shaded designs. I can choose textures and patterns. which are different background designs that I want to use. I can even put pictures as the background of my Padlet. You can see lovely animated images as well for the canvas of my Padlet. Or I can also add my own by searching images on my computer, uploading something from the web, pasting a link, taking a photo, or drawing my own design if I'm creative. Now let's see after wallpaper. So you choose your color scheme, you choose the font size. You also now give attribution if there's need to give attribution and you've taken matter from the net. Then you can say allow viewers to post comments on different posts. You can even allow them to put reactions like stars or like your post, etc. And that's it over here in the settings. Then you go to next. So when I click on next, it says you're all set now, and you can see now the title of my Padlet is here, and it says write an autobiography of an old school bag in 250 words. But I have not taken any background image, and so let me show you how to put a background again. So I will go to those not to the three dots, sorry, you will go into settings, and for now I'll just choose a particular wallpaper. I will choose maybe something in textures and patterns, and I'm just going to take this leaf pattern over here. Now what I will do is I will say save, because otherwise it will not save anything. So I say save and then I say close. Now I'm all ready and I put my first post I'm going to put up on my Padlet. It will allow me to even upload something that I've already written. I can even have a link to something on the net. I can even take anything like a picture, etc., etc. I can even, like it's all given here, I can take something from Google, I can put a pic, I can take a film, I can record my voice input. I can do just about any of these. You can explore them later. For now, I am just going to put my title, which will be introduction. And now I am going to take something that I have already kept ready in the introduction, so the child knows how to write or begin his autobiography. So I say copy and I come back to my Padlet and I say paste. So the child will read what I have written and he says, okay, so teacher has written how she began her autobiography, and I will begin with similar ideas or different ideas. Then again I go to post. So now I want to add my next post. So again I come here to the bottom, I click on it and I say body. And into brackets so that the child knows, I say write at least 5 paragraphs. And again I'm going to take something that I've already kept ready and I say copy and I go back to my Padlet and I say paste. So the child knows how he wants to continue his paragraphs, and like this he can build on the autobiography. I can also, again as I said, give color to make it little exciting, and I can also edit my post. I can copy my post and it will create a duplicate of it. I can delete my post as well, but right now I'm just giving it color so he knows it's a separate post. And this way the child can build on the autobiography. The other purposes of this kind of a Padlet would be for a topic of, let's say, food and nutrition or diet and science, where I say beginning with your breakfast, your mid-morning snack, your lunch, evening tea, dinner, write about what you eat at each meal, and the child could write. I could also take a topic in history where I make them prepare an actual timeline of events in history or different conquests, etc., etc., and they could submit it as a part of internal assessment. Now friends, let's go to see what is the meaning of this remake. Remake is if I want to change anything about the existing Padlet by copying the design, copying the posts, or whatever else. But right now I'm not remaking it. So how do I share my Padlet? When I click on share, if I bring my cursor here to invite members, it will ask me to add members and I can add them by their email IDs. But here now I'm going to go to privacy, and I want to change privacy because right now it says keep the Padlet hidden from the public. But if I hide it from the public, how will a child write on my Padlet or even view my Padlet? So I say change privacy, and I make it either I can give the child the link, and so I click this option and I say only people who have a password to access it can see my Padlet. If I say secret, it says keep it hidden from the public, but I choose to share it with someone only if I want them to access it. And public means that everyone in the world can see my Padlet. Now I'm going to give visitor permissions. So I can give a password here, and then I would have to create a password and share that password with the students whom I want to view my Padlet. Okay, so suppose I just type a password here. My own name, maybe your own name as a teacher, and you give it to them, and then they know that only with that password can they view your Padlet. But suppose now, for now, since I want you to view my Padlet at some stage later, I will choose the public option. Okay. Now I have to give visitor permissions. My visitor permissions, if I say can read, means the child can only read my Padlet. He can't write, he can't change anything. If I say he can write, he can view my Padlet and he can add more posts to it. But he cannot change anything anyone else has written. And probably that's what I need him to do. I need him only to be able to write and to add to it, not to edit it or change what is written on it. So that was about permissions. And again, I click on save. Now once I click on save, I can go back. I finished with my privacy settings. Now I go down to how to share it. I can either copy the link to the clipboard, it's already got copied, and I can paste it directly on my Google Classroom, or I can share it by email. I can share it on Facebook, Twitter, but the beauty is I can share it directly on my Google Classroom. So I click on that, directly Google Classroom opens up. Because I already have my Google Classroom, it's loading, it says choose class, and I'm going to choose a class which is GG trial, and then it's asking me how do I want to paste it. So I say just make an announcement, so it will come on the stream of my Google Classroom trial classroom, and I say share with your class. You can see here already the autobiography Padlet has appeared, the link has appeared, and I say share with your class. So it will directly appear on my stream. Have you understood how you post it and share it directly on your Google Classroom? Now, since you can only save 3 free Padlets on your dashboard, you can save this Padlet as an image. You can save it as a PDF where it will ask you what is the format. So I say A4 and landscape, and I say publish PDF. So it gives me a PDF publication of all that was written on my Padlet. And then I can just print that document out. Exactly everything that was written on my Padlet will appear over here. Okay, but right now we don't need that. So I'm coming back to my Padlet, so I can save it as a PDF. I can even directly print it to save it, and I say close. So you know now how to share your Padlet. And with that, friends, we finish the application of Padlet. You can use a timeline for many things like I told you. Now, you must log out before you close shop. And that means you will click on log out so that you have logged out of your Padlet. That is the ethically correct thing to do. Okay, I also want to show you, I think I finished explaining settings to you. I've also explained to you all that can be done here, but many of these functions are already overlapped in the other functions that I explained. So we don't remake, I spoke about, and all these other things as well, print, export, I've spoken about. So with this, friends, I complete the app called Padlet, a wonderful place to explore children's creativity, to demonstrate your own creativity, and to add fun and excitement to the teaching learning process. You can use it for internal assessment, where you give the child his own chance to create his own Padlet and submit the link to you. So have fun, the floor is yours. Feel free to explore the beauty of the Padlet.